Hey, so I'm Robert and you're watching Darkraven Wargaming. Now, in this video, I will talk about using Warmachine models for Mordheim. So first, I will show a finished warband, and then after, I will give you tips on 2 other races, as well as talking a bit about using the models generally. So here we have the finished warband, which is Cult of the Possessed, using models from a race called Legion of Everblight. Now, this one I built and tested a while ago, and I was really satisfied with the warband aesthetically, but since the playstyle didn't really fit me, I decided to sell it. So generally, this race is perfect for demons, if you ask me. And there were lots of other alternatives for many of the entries. So if you're interested, you can find a lot more by googling a bit. But the setup that I used in mine was the following. So first, for Magister, I used a Shepherd. And on this model, I cut off the left hand, and then built a new hand with the Khopesh that rules-wise could fit both as a sword and dagger. Then for Possessed, I took one Absalonia and one Forsaken. And I thought both these looked perfect from the start, since they kind of look like mutated demons with like claws, scales, and weird hands. And after that, we have the Warband's Big Boy, which is an ogre bodyguard using the hired swords list. And the model I used is one of the Phagros versions, but I also thought about using Gorag. And next, we have the Brethren, which was the hardest entry to fail. Now, I went with Sarin, but I would probably go with another model if I built a new Possessed warband. And after, I took 3 Strider Blightblades and 1 Hex Hunter to have 4 Dark Soul henchmen. And I thought these fit well, but there were other good alternatives. So doing it again, I would go for a bit more variation. Then lastly, I took 2 Beastmen Gore from Warhammer, and then converted them a bit to make them unique. Then more generally, regarding models from Warmachine Hordes, or rather Privateer Press, which is the company, I must say that it's a really good alternative for Mordheim, in my opinion. So first of all, the bases are round, and many of them are on 30mm originally, but quite many of them could fit on 25mm as well. And then secondly, there's lots of different races, where like 3 to 4 fit without a doubt, but if you lose on themes and lore, you can easily do a few more. So let's look at 2 more races and a few examples of models you can use. Now, the first race is Cygnar, which I think fit Null Engineers. So they're kind of a human race that has well-versed technology and lots of shooting weapons, kind of like Empire in Warhammer. And here is 8 specific options. So there's for example solo characters for Engineer and Instructor, a few command models for Senior Student and Underclassmen, and then lastly some bigger units for the 3 Henchmen classes. Then second race is Circle Orboros, which I think is perfect for Beastmen Raiders. And here's some alternatives that can get you a decent sized warband. So there's 2 bigger units for Henchmen, a good variety of different hounds, and then some single models to make Chieftain, Shaman, and Minotaur. And besides these 8, there's lots of other good alternatives too, both for henchmen and heroes. So the only problem really is probably Centigore, because there's not really anything that fits in Circle. However, the Cryx race has a unit called Soul Hunters that I think works well. So that's it for this tip. Now feel free to share your thoughts, what you think about using the models. And I would also love to hear some other tips on more alternative models for Mordheim. Thanks for watching and peace out.